what's up guys, Jay Jackson here, and in this video I'm going to give you 3 different ways to boost your email open rates. I used to find myself writing 3, 4, 5, sometimes even 6 word emails, and I was getting crickets. Like my emails were not getting open, and so I started to feel a bit frustrated because I felt like I was wasting time because nobody was reading. They didn't even open to be able to read what I had to say. And so, you know, if you're going through something similar, you're putting these emails together and you're not getting them open, then this video is going to be helpful for you, okay? And so it starts with the headline, the subject line. And so one of the 3 ways, there's numerous ways by the way. It's not just limited to these 3, but here are 3 subject headlines that I use that really do get the emails open, okay? And so the first one is a straight benefit. This is always gonna work. You don't have to burn it out though. You don't always have to just use this method. You want to kind of recycle, use them, and then just kind of send your audience on a journey with different ways that you use your subject lines, okay? And so the first one is using a straight benefit, something like a how-to headline where you say how to drop 2 inches off your waist in the next 30 days, and within that subject line, you notice how I said 2 inches, 30 days. That's using the specificity. And so the more specific you are, it's going to give you an even higher pull, a higher conversion rate, because people like to see that specificity, okay? And so that's the first one, straight benefit. Now, the second one is going to be contrast. Now, this is one that a lot of people don't necessarily use, but it really does work because it gets people to thinking. I'm going to give you an example. An example will be how I used this one the other day. I said how to eat more to lose more. Eat more to lose more. And that was it. That's all I said. Eat more to lose more. And that's going to get people to thinking, how can you eat more to lose more weight? And the reason I didn't put weight in there is because sometimes when you use certain words like weight, then it'll get flagged for spam. But it doesn't necessarily take away from eat more to lose more. And so that's just something to keep you out of the spam folder. But either way, even if I did put it in there, when people go to their spam and they look at that headline, that's a headline that's going to grab their attention. They're going to be like, hold up, I gotta see what the heck this guy's talking about. Let's see what this person's talking about. And so contrast headlines work really, really well as well across the board. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, okay? And then the third way is using numbers, okay? So something like 7 ways to increase your energy level. 7 ways to boost your energy. And so that using those numbers, it could be 3 ways, kind of like this headline right here that I have for this particular video. It has an inherent way of using curiosity. And so people are going to want to know, even if they don't want to know the benefit, they just want to know all the different ways. Maybe I've seen headlines in magazines, and I wasn't necessarily too caught up on the benefit, but I just want to know all the different ways that they had, as far as whatever the headline was. And so those are 3 different ways that you can use the straightforward benefit. That's always something that people want, okay? What's relevant to your audience, and you talk about that particular benefit in your subject line. It's always going to pull. How to lose weight, how to drop belly fat, how to it could be anything. I mean, how to get faster if your audience is athletes, just benefits. And then from there, you can roll into contrast. I gave you I gave you an example with the, eat more to lose more. There's so many different other ways that you can use it, but that's one that I can think of right off the bat. And then the last way is just using numbers, okay? And this is one that I use pretty much almost every other week, because it pulls so well. And these are different ways that are going to get your emails open, and so that you can get your email read, and ultimately, whether it's you want your audience to click a link to book a phone call, click a link so they can go to your sales page to buy your products, or just go to a YouTube video, whatever it is, go to your content so that they can read more on a different website. There's so many different ways that you can turn people in and, you know, give them that call to action. Or even if you just want them to engage with you, you know, at the end of the email, let's say you just use a question where you're like, hey, I'm curious, what's the biggest thing you're struggling with right now? And that could be the question. And then from there, you can just let them know, hey, hit the reply button and let me know. And so those different ways that I use, definitely in direct response, which direct response is not just giving out content, but it's actually getting a result. You know, you want to get people to act. And so you give them value, you can share stories, give value and all those different things within your content. But at the end of that content, you're asking for a direct response. You know, whether it's you want them to send you a reply back to the email that you just sent, or if you want them to click a link to go buy a product or book a phone call. And so that's what I focus on doing in being a direct response copywriter with health and fitness businesses. And so as you do that and you do it consistently, because that's one of the most important things with email. You know, I see a lot of companies that just, they email whenever they have an offer, you know, once or maybe twice a month or maybe longer, you know, but with me, I found that sending out daily emails, at least weekly emails, it helps you build that relationship with the audience. And so, you know, when you do pitch an offer and when they're ready, you can always be there. You can always be top of mind, because that's one of the best ways to develop a relationship with anybody. You know, they're going to look at you as the authority. They're going to look at you as having the credibility and the relationship with them. And so why would they go anywhere else? And so hopefully that helps. Those are the three: straight benefit, contrast, and then the use of numbers in your headline. Hope that helps. And if you like the video, drop me a like. Talk to you soon.